This was such a long dungeon. There he is! Colonel Richard, the traitor. I figured you'd show up. Well, no shit. In fact, I couldn't see any scenario in which you would do otherwise. Colonel Richard, at the Queen's request, we're here to put a stop to your plan. It doesn't look like the gospel's working yet. We may still have time if we act now. I'm afraid not.
What? Why not? What is this aureole thing in the first place? Why is getting it so important to you?
That's the ring. Long ago, the ancients were granted the power of the Septarians, heavenly treasures which could control the ground, sea, and sky. One of those treasures was the aureole, the shining ring. If it's true that it really existed and was no mere myth, do you realize what it could mean for the country? Can you even begin to comprehend?
For the country?
You're talking about using these ancient weapons to intimidate other countries, of course. That must be it. Precisely. As you are no doubt aware, Liberia is lacking in political power among our neighboring nations. We have only a fifth of Calvard's population. And we don't even have an eighth of Erebonia's military capacity. Oof. Our sole superior aspect is our technology, and that will not last. We need some form of real strength to avoid any chance of another invasion attempt.
That doesn't mean we should count on some weirdo ancient weapon thingy.
Well said, Estelle.
What about the outcome of the war 10 years ago?
That happened because we had Cassius Bright with us. But he has left the military. The country's great champion is gone. Cassius Bright is our father. Estelle and Joshua's father. And so, the only ones who may enact miracles are the goddess herself and the hero beloved by her. That's why I established the intelligence division. It seems that information is our last bastion of protection against our enemies. But in order to make the intelligence division as effective as possible, I've searched all over Liberia to find some sort of decisive strength. Something that would invoke another miracle, should disaster strike the nation again.
And this is your miracle?
Of course. Can you imagine any greater miracle than this?
Well, we're bracers, so protecting what's important is our job. That doesn't mean being so powerful that everyone else is cowed into submission. The greatest miracle of all is when people band together and fight to protect what they love.
Nonsense!
My dad's just one man. He doesn't beat the Imperial Army on his own. It took a lot of people working like crazy together to protect the country. And it's the work of all those people that brought the war to an end. Weren't you one of those people? We still feel the same, here and now. When we found out what you were planning, we didn't get it. But it's our will to help people that's led us here. Don't you think that's miracle enough? Even if it's not, we still believe that there's potential in anyone. Heck, everyone. If another war should break out in the future, people will do the same thing. They'll work together and do what has to be done to make it through. I don't know much about this ancient power, but I do know that we can count on our fellow Liberalians.
Estelle. Well said, Estelle. Your outlook is admirable.
That was awesome. I didn't get it all, but it feels right.
You are strong indeed. Sadly, not everyone is like you. When face to face with an incredible power, it is a temptation that is simply too much to bear.
So you're pretty much confessing that you're a weak bitch, Richard.
And I have put in far too much time and effort to offer this. I see no reason to turn back now. What a little bitch. Just answer me one question. How did you know about this place, Colonel? That is a good question. What? Forbidden power? dormant for untold centuries, unknown even to Her Majesty. To say nothing of the elevator right beneath the treasury that leads straight here. It seems extremely unlikely that you'd have found out about this place just by using the resources of the intelligence division. Well, also, this gospel. Mysterious orbment, far more powerful than even the finest ever made in the Zeiss Central Factory. Where did you get it? I don't have to answer that. You're such a bitch, Richard. You're such a bitch. Wrong. You don't have to. You don't want to answer because you can't answer.
What do you mean?
You simply believe that the Ariel would be here. And that if you use the Black Ornament, you could control it. But you have no idea when or how you came to that belief, do you? Am I wrong?
But that can't... You mean you lost your memory just like those other people?
Whoa. No way. So he's a victim too? By who? By who? By who? Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Lawrence? Or is Lawrence a victim too? I doubt it. Ooh, there's somebody... I feel like there's somebody pulling the strings that I don't even know about yet. Holy shit. So what? It doesn't matter how I got here. Just that I'm here now and look around you. I found what I was looking for, didn't I? These ancient constructs could never have been crafted with present-day techniques. So, I must continue down my chosen path. Shit. Yo, the gospel is going off. If you truly believe in the path you've chosen, then try to stop. Succeed or fail, one dream will be realized, while another crumbles to dust. Now, allow me to show you the artistry of one who studied under the Divine Blade. Oh, fuck, the Divine Blade is my father. Bring it on! Let's go, Estelle. If this is how it must be, then you'll be giving no quarter. Impressive. I'd expect no less from the children of Colonel Cassius. But it appears you are too late.
No!
Ugh. Ugh.
No!
I've only heard the stories. Whoa. Sealed area. Level 3. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Damn! It's a total Orbal shutdown!
What was that?
It's the Orbal shutdown phenomenon, but it's not like before. Feels like something was released. Ooh. Warning. All personnel. Warning.
Huh?
That thing is talking. First barrier on sealed aureole device has been confirmed as no longer operative. Confirmed gospel has been activated. Device towers have been enabled. Oh my.
What the hell's going on?
The first barrier, the sealed aureole device. What's this all about, Colonel? I don't know. I didn't expect... First barrier has collapsed. Ring is emitting very slight interference. Destruction of seal on ring. Guardians confirmed. All personnel should evacuate the sealed area immediately. Colonel Dickard, you don't even know what you did. That's what you get for playing with shit you don't know about. Oh. Oh my. And yeah, friends. What are these freaky looking things? Stay on your toes. These are the Ring Guardians. Ring Guardian. Are these artifacts of the ancients too?
I don't believe it. The archaisms are huge.
Gate sealed. Orbal power source recovered. System restart complete. Mode. Eliminate intruders. Target coordinate confirmed. Seal mechanism facility bottom level. Ring Guardian. Reverie. Now resuming search for intruders.
Why don't it just drop already?
Looks like it still has some power left in it. Watch out! Uh-oh, is it gonna self-destruct? Oh my god, of course there's a phase 2. Oh yeah? Oh my, now, okay, now that looks pretty cool. Annihilation. Reverie. Now resuming extermination activity. Oh my. Woo! Oh my god!
Did we beat it?
Yeah, or at least none of the parts are moving anymore. Richard, what are you doing? The Ring Guardian. Seems like its goal was to destroy this facility. To destroy the seat of the Aureal. When the Aureal was sealed, it was sealed along with it. Disabled, but set to be reactivated if anyone tried to take the artifact. Maybe the ancients were in dispute over the Aureal themselves. But, where is it? What? How is it still able to move? Stop. Stop. Don't you make me fight it again. My legs don't want to work. Joshua! Still. Oh, he's protecting us still. Richard!
Huh?
Not a chance. Colonel, I'll deal with this. Get out of here now.
But
You barely survived fighting this thing the last time. I'm still ready for combat. I can buy you some time at least. Okay, Richard.
wow.
He really did learn his techniques from Dad. What are you doing? Go! Now!
Colonel!
What should we do? Shut up and go! My fate was sealed when I lost my fight with you.
No.
Don't worry about it. My plan may have ended in failure. But if I can help you, perhaps that will be repentance enough. Such a pity. That's Lawrence! If you think of this as a hopeless battle, then that's exactly what it will be. You've forgotten everything. Cassius!
Daddy?
Can't be. Now! Finish him off!
We won.
Thank you for your help, everyone. There it is. Estelle, Joshua, I'm home. clearly! Hi, Dad! It's been quite a while.
Dad?
You've still got a long way to go, but I can see that your training has paid off. I suppose I'll give you a passing grade this time.
Enough! Don't give me that! What are you even doing here?
What indeed? Perhaps I just wanted to see the ending. Touche, touche, writers.
What do you mean by ending?
I see you're just as cheerful as ever, Dad. Huh. Well, you look like you've gotten taller. Has looking after Estelle been as difficult as I think it has?
What's that supposed to mean?
Depends on the day, really. But to be fair, she looks out for me too. It balances out. Good, good. Sounds like it's been a worthwhile journey. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Cassius Bright. My name is Olivier. I am a traveling musician from the Empire. Is that so? When time permits, I should like to discuss a few things with you. In the meantime, please know that you have my thanks for assisting my son and daughter. Think nothing of it. It's been a worthwhile pursuit. Nevertheless, I am impressed by your skill. It is rare that one gets to watch a living legend at work. Well, I'm still working on it myself.
Mr. Cassius, it's sure been a long time, huh?
Hello, Tita. It's only been a year, but you've grown so much. I trust you've gotten along with Estelle and Joshua?
Yes, sir. They said that I could be their little sister.
Excellent, excellent. Welcome to the family. I leave my ever so flightly daughter to you. Keep her safe.
This really isn't the time for chit-chat. I swear, you just pop out of nowhere in just the right moment to make the most dramatic entrance you can.
Ah! Well, it seems like everything's back to normal. Professor, there you are. You're a bit late to the party, though, I'm afraid. Well, after you went on ahead, we were surrounded by a horde of those mechanized monsters. We managed to keep them at bay somehow or another, though. But here we are. In any case, it seems like all affairs have been set in order. Yeah. Much remains to be done, but this, at least, has been resolved.
But... Isn't the Intelligence Division's battalion getting close to the castle by now?
No doubt, along with patrol ships. Dad, did you check out the situation on the surface before coming down here? Yes, and you've no need to worry about that. General Morgan said that he has the situation under control. And with Sid's help, this craziness will be quelled in no time.
What?
I see. So you took care of them on your way here then. So you're awake. We'd placed General Morgan under strict observation. Sid couldn't risk defying us because we held his family hostage. Wow. I did not know that. Yet you freed both from our grasp. I suppose I did. However, Richard, that's about all I've done. Even had I not returned, they would have been able to handle it themselves. No. You're wrong. You're a hero. You left the military. Left all of us. What were we supposed to do? I didn't think we could survive another invasion. So, had to find something else we could rely on. Yet stayed in the service and never would have come to this. What an asshole. What a fucking little bitch. Dude, Cassius is just one man. Why didn't you get as good as Cassius then, Richard? You're such a little bitch. He's just blaming it all on him. Fucking slap him, please. Yes! Perfect. Stop being a child, Richard. Well said. You're the one who made the mistake of never letting go of the delusions you had about me. For all your schemes, why could you never stand on your own 2 feet? Yes! Oh, right out of my mouth. Thought it would be okay to retire. I thought I could comfortably leave the army in your care. Colonel, I'm not an icon to be hailed. A decade ago, you and General Morgan helped me and we were victorious. But I'm no more than a man who's run away from reality without protecting the things that are important to him. Dad, I have no intention of running anymore. That's why I expect the same from you, Richard. I want you to think about this whole mess. Think about what you did wrong and how you can atone for it. You'll have plenty of time, believe me. Oh, that felt so good. And so the Intelligence Division's planned coup d'etat was thwarted. General Morgan and Major Sid organized the military authorities to keep the chaos to a minimum. And the conspirators in the Intelligence Division were arrested one by one. 1 week later, but what happened to Lawrence? Great minds think alike. What happened to Lawrence? And whoever's the mastermind behind everything. Is the queen okay? Ah, Chloe! Estelle and Joshua Bright, in honor of your recent work, the Grand Soul Brands of the Bracer Guild has prepared you a letter of recommendation. Take it with our blessing. Yes, sir. Ayy. With this, you now have 5 such letters, I believe. Sir Cassius, if you will do the honors, I will. Estelle and Joshua Bright, in accordance with the rules of the guild, this will qualify you both to become full-fledged bracers. Present your letters of recommendation.
Yes, sir.
By all means, please verify their authenticity. The Rolent, Oz, Ruan, Zeiss, and Grand Soul branches. I've now confirmed the authenticity of all 5 signatures. The final rank, Junior Bracer Rank 1. I never thought you'd come so far. Honestly, it's a little frightening. In Adios' name and by the seal of the Bracer Guild, both of you are promoted to full-fledged bracers. Take your emblems, you two.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations, guys. Hey, those emblems look good on you. Have to admit, you two did good. Just this once.
Thanks, everyone.
We would have never reached this point without everyone's help. Your true careers as bracers start now. Bear that in mind.
I understand.
We'll be even more dedicated. Now, I hate to break up such a happy occasion, but I'm afraid I do have some unfortunate news that I must tell all of you. Oh, what's that? Today marks the final day of Cassius Bright's membership with the Bracer Guild. He's going to be returning to active duty within the Royal Army. Are you serious? What? What? Really? Since I've been away for so long, I feel bad bringing this up so suddenly. But the chaos that has resulted from the attempted coup must be quelled. The military needs major reorganization to deal with the damage that the intelligence divisions caused. I plan to help out with that.
Oh, Oh, I get it. Since bracers can't be soldiers. Gotcha. Hey, did you higher ranks already know about this?
Yes, he had already discussed it with us. It's discouraging, but we can never truly become independent if we always lean on those more experienced. And hey, think of it as less competition. Now that Cassius is out, maybe you can take the top spot. Eventually. I suppose that's true. This means that we're going to be really busy, though. Well, you do have 2 new full-fledged bracers on hand now. You can now work them like dogs instead of me.
Dad!
I guess our lives are about to get pretty hectic, eh?
Ah!
This is so cool.
Jeez, Dad. Can't you at least stay with us until the end of the birthday celebration?
I'm sorry, but there's a war council starting immediately. Colonel Richard may be in custody, but there are plenty of his special ops cohorts still at large. Captain Amalthea is also hiding somewhere, really, in the underground ruins. And if that weren't enough, it looks like those sky bandits ran off in all the confusion. Of course they did. We have to stay on guard so they don't cause any trouble during the festival.
Ugh, those guys are just a constant pain in the ass.
Either way, it leaves a bad taste in my mouth. The increased security is just for peace of mind. The real issue is that we really don't know the significance of what happened underground. We can only guess at what effect breaking that seal will have. And what the purpose of that aureole is. The puzzle that absolutely must be solved.
Yeah, I guess you're right. And it doesn't sound like Colonel Richard's memory can be trusted.
Yes, just like Kurt. He seems to have some missing memories. Even so, the search team was able to confirm one thing. We now know where the black orb came from.
Really?
You know who made it? Not quite. But we do know who's responsible for introducing it to the intelligence division. Commander of the Special Ops, 2nd Lieutenant Lawrence Belgar. Him. He gave it to Richard shortly after he was recruited for the intelligence division.
Lawrence is the one that fucked with Richard's memory. I'm pretty sure Lawrence. I just don't know if Lawrence himself is the ringleader or if he's just working with the ringleader. Of course, don't confirm or deny that.
And coincidentally, that would be just about the same time Richard planned his coup, of course. We need to find out everything about Lawrence that we can.
Huh. He always did seem strange. Joshua, do you know anything? I guess we were lucky that we actually got a good look at his face, huh? If you want, I can try drawing you a picture of him.
That would be appreciated. I have to admit, though, that I don't have the utmost faith in your artistic skills. Dad, we're trying our best. Maybe I should ask Sherazard or Her Majesty.
That's not nice.
Estelle, you actually saw Lawrence's face?
What? I didn't tell you? He took his helmet off when we fought him on the terrace in the Royal Keep. He looked around 20, maybe older, with ash blonde hair.
Uh-oh.
He had some seriously creepy eyes, too. Let me tell ya. They were so cold. But it was like they were on fire at the same time. He told the Queen, "You are hardly qualified to feel pity for me."
Hardly qualified.
Joshua?
Your eyes are looking a little creepy now too, Joshua. Something on your mind? How about you let us handle the cleanup here and go have fun at the festival? Hey. Okay, you're right.
Awesome! Let's go live it up. Oh, right. Are we going to be sleeping at the castle tonight?
Yes. Her Majesty was kind enough to let me use 2 of the guest rooms in the eastern wing. Joshua and I will be on the right, you and Shara on the left.
Me and Shara? Together?
You don't like that setup? Okay, how about me and you in one room, Joshua and Shara in the other? Just imagine all that time for you to fawn over me and wait on me and tell me how much you miss me.
I'll funk with Shara.
I suspected as much. Alright, then I'll see you kids tonight. You know, it wouldn't be a big deal for you to share a room with him. I mean, it has been a long time since you last saw him. Didn't you have a lot of stuff about your mom that you wanted to talk to him about?
Yeah, but I don't much like the idea of you and Shara in the same room either. Are you...
Estelle, oh my goodness. She is so jelly. Huh?
Nothing. Let's go and look around. The town's decked out with some pretty cool festival exclusive shops, you know?
Well, we certainly can't let those pass us by now, can we? And if we get tired, there's a rest area in the east block.
Behind the stores, right? We should make that our last stop then. Holy line! Wow, look at the size of this crowd!
It's because it's so warm out today. Anyone selling ice cream is sure to make a ton of mirror.
You know, looking at all this kind of makes me want to eat everything they've got.
What promise?
When we were dressed up as maids in the castle, you were all sulky and pouty. And I said I'd buy you some ice cream.
Why do you remember the most trivial things? And as I recall, I also made you a promise in that rest area.
Oh yeah, I guess you did. Why don't we wait for the day to settle down a little bit first? Anyway, we can walk around some more, then go to the rest area behind those stores. And then I'll buy you some ice cream. Okay?
Okay. Here we go! Okay, we finally made it to the rest area. You sure you don't want to look around more? Or are you finally ready to take a break? Let's rest. Oh man.
Phew, walking all over the place like that can really take it out of you.
Glad we can get off our feet for a minute then. For the moment at least, Granville seems like it's genuinely at peace.
You really think so? I'm just glad that we can leave it all up to Dad and everyone else, at least for today. Of course, I really think it should be his responsibility to begin with since he showed up so late.
Yeah, I suppose so. Maybe it's just part of his nature.
Oh well, it's not like we can do anything about it. But check us out. We're actually full bracers now.
Which means we're not beholden to any specific branch and can go wherever we want. Anytime a branch is short-handed and requests help, we'll just take an airliner to get there. But our newfound freedom will also mean greater responsibilities.
Sure, but I think we'll be able to handle it. I mean, hey, we actually played a major part in stopping a coup. And it means I'll never have to hear Dad going on about how it worries him when you're not around to keep an eye on me.
Yeah, I think his days of saying that are at an end. You really showed him what you can do. Still, I think I'd like to stay with you from now on.
Huh?
Oh, would I just get on your nerves?
No, nothing like that. But what do you mean by stay with me?
Just that we know each other so well and we can practically read each other's minds. I think we make a good team and I'd hate to break it up.
Oh, you mean like for bracer business? And here I was thinking you were going to tell me your big confession or something.
What?
Ah! Nothing! Forget I said anything!
Estelle, what was that all
it sure is hot today, huh? And there's nothing to be hot weather like ice cream, huh? My treat, just like I promised, so you wait right here.
Oh. I don't think there's an ice cream stand over that way. I wonder if she... Nah, there's no way.
Oh my god, who could this be? Who could this be? Is this Olivia? No way.
But I do envy your youth sometimes.
Cassius, maybe? Alba? Oh, it's been a minute.
Professor Alba. It's been a long time since we last met, hasn't it? So much has happened lately, but things are finally settling down again. People truly thrive the most in peaceful times. Oh, is something the matter? You look a bit pale. I would have thought you'd generally be in better spirits now that you've attained senior racer status. Speaking of which, I truly must congratulate you on your success. So long as, of course, I'm not being too forward in doing... How did I not notice this before? Alba, his eyes are the same color as Joshua's, and Alba's hair color is the same color as Joshua's. I don't know if that means anything. Do not confirm or deny that, but the way Joshua reacted to Alba right now made me really look at him like I didn't notice before because of the glasses, but they have the same hazel eyes that apparently are very apparent with Joshua's character. And yeah, the background silence. Ever since we first met, you always made me really uncomfortable. I'm a little more used to you now. I still get the shakes a little bit whenever you look at me. Oh. And in all the cases we've dealt with, there have been people who just forget things. Joshua? Are you suspecting Alba here? You're always there, investigating. No matter where we've gone, your timing's almost a little too good. Oh my god. What really clued me in was Kurt's reaction. He lost his memories too. He said he wasn't feeling so well when he was in the stands. And you were right there with him. He's just smiling. Professor Alba, was it you? Impressive. Even with your cognizance and recollection being puppeteered, you were still able to piece it all together.
What? I've been sus of this man, but he was the puppeteer?
Indeed, it was I.
Why? Who are you?
Allow me to clear away your confusion.
Oh my god, that face! Oh, I did not like that. I did not like that. I felt like he did something to me. Oh, that gave me goosebumps. I wish I could see all those frames again. Oh. You're...
So you finally remember me, do you? When your heart was in tatters, it was I who rebuilt it. I who restored it. It was I who poured a soul back into that empty vessel. You have the power to twist the minds and memories of men. It must be some kind of artifact he has. 7 snake apostles. The Anguis. You're one of them. Okay. Those are names I've never seen. 7 snake apostles, the Anguis. So it's just like 7 snake apostles, aka the Anguis, and he's one of them. So I'm guessing the Anguis are not good people. Oh my. Wise men. Another wise man? Yo, BK fans know. BK fans that were here during my stream know. We already dealt with one wise man. Now another one. These fucking guys. Wise men, the faceless. Dude, that face! I don't like it! I've not heard that name pass your lips in ages. Enforcer number 13. The Black Fang, Joshua Astrid. You were behind all of this. Oh no! Was Joshua a spy without wanting to be a spy? Probably spying on Cassius. Oh no, they were using him! Which means that Lieutenant Lawrence has to be an enforcer as well. It is as you surmise. I was kind enough not to erase your memories of him. I'm not surprised you were able to make the connection so quickly. I'm sure he'd be pleased to know you were thinking. So, you're here to finish me off? Ha! No, nothing of the sort. The first phase of our plan went off without a hitch. He's behind the seal, he's behind everything. Well, him and his anguish. I just want to know if Lawrence is an enforcer as well, or like, I don't know. I still don't know what Lawrence is to Joshua. Since I have a moment to spare, I simply thought I'd come to see you. First phase. The seal and the old ruins. The gate, which blocks the path to the ring. Wrenching it open was the first step of many. And already there exists no means of closing it again. I knew this wouldn't be the end of it. What the hell is the Shining Ring? And what is your little society after? You really wish to know? Why don't you rejoin? I'm certain that you'd be able to return to active duty in no time. You needn't look so glum. We can get you back into fighting form. Please spare me your withering looks. I do understand that you have a family now, whom you regard as important. You greatly admire your father, to say nothing of the girl you so adore. Even with him on your side, throwing those gifts away would be the actions of an idiot. And so I've come here to see you. I came to offer you true freedom from our association, as thanks for the integral role you so perfectly played. Which means that I must congratulate you, Joshua. You are already a free man. I am most grateful for the work that you've done over the past 5 years. Oh man, Joshua's gonna be in shambles. What? Oh, don't be so bored. I was expecting a bit more cheer out of you after hearing such news. Perhaps there's a flaw in the design of your emotion. I've been hoping you? What kind of bullshit are you expecting me to swallow? Oh, pardon me. I completely forgot to tell you. I never intended you to be an assassin, but rather a spy. The society abandoned you. We played on the pities of a noble-hearted man, and it worked. You were given a lovely, loving home. And while you were there, our contacts would check in on you from time to time, and you'd tell them everything. We were particularly interested in your reports on the movements of the Bracer Guild, as well as your intel on one Cassius Wright. But of course, you wouldn't remember having done things such as that. You were not yourself at the time. Cassius Bright, S-ranked bracer. He was the foremost impediment to the success of this plan. We felt certain he would be quick to act in order to stop any coup d'etat that should occur. But through a detailed analysis of his behavioral patterns, we finally devised a plan that would lead him out of the country and out of the way. The intel you've unknowingly been feeding us has been most useful indeed. No. And so I must thank you again. The past 5 years have been of inestimable help. No, you're lying. You have to be lying. All that time I spent with Estelle. Why are you so sad? Has your feigned ignorance not earned you a beloved family, as well as a happy home? If you say nothing, they will never know. However, it is the sort of thing that might weigh heavily on a fellow. Since your fellow members of the Bright household are such good people, perhaps a little too good for a monster such as yourself. However much you may model your behavior after a normal, decent person, you are no such thing. You must surely have noticed your ability to reason through and execute a solution to a problem, no matter the circumstances. Your physical strength and reflexes, better than an entire squadron of normal soldiers. You are my greatest creation, my human weapon. That is who and what you truly are, the Black Fang. You have no place in the lives of normal people. You'll never be happy in their presence again. You can't be. When it becomes too much for you, you are always welcome to return to the Grand Master's Society of Souls. Back to Orbal. Estelle! Come pick up our boy! Estelle! Please! Is this my punishment? Sister. And Loway? Is it, how do you say that? Lowaway? I don't know how to say that. Gotcha. Louve. What do I do? Estelle! Come back! Oh my god! Fucking took you 1,000 hours!
I don't know how to face him after all that, but I've kept him waiting for way too long.
It's getting late too. Oh my god, Alba's there. Oh my god.
I'm such an idiot. I need to learn to think before I open my mouth. I wonder if Joshua's figured me out. Gotta cool down. I feel like I'm stuck in perma-blush mode.
Ah, Estelle! I thought I might find you around here somewhere. I bet he's got his little innocent act on again. So I'm gonna give him that cheesy little voice.
Hi, Professor Alba. Fancy seeing you here.
Haha, indeed. I was actually just speaking with Joshua. Congratulations on your promotion to senior bracer status.
Thanks.
Is something wrong?
I don't know. Something just seems different about you. It's got you looking so cheerful.
Oh, what a nasty guy. He's so cheerful after that. What an evil man. Oh, I hate him. I hate him. Okay, you've got me. To tell the truth, I've made several major advances in my archaeological research. You might say that it's put me in a good mood.
Hey, that's awesome. Oh, sorry. The ice cream's going to melt, so I'd better get going. I'll see you later.
I see. Cassius Bright's daughter. I think she's going to be quite a lot of fun.
He gives me the heebie-jeebies. I hate him.
Oh no! This talk has been ruined. He ruined the talk.
Hey, sorry it took so long. It was super crowded there, but I have returned with our valuable loot.
Cool. Thanks. Now we can eat like kings. Wait. I don't know if Alba did that memory shit again, or if Josh was trying to play real cool right now after what he just heard. I don't know if Alba fucked up his memory again and he doesn't remember what just happened, or if Josh is trying to act cool for Estelle. Let's see if we can figure it out.
Yeah. So about earlier.
Yeah, I want to apologize for that. I didn't mean to be so vague. It just wasn't an appropriate time for confessions, you know?
Oh. Sure. I didn't really mind so much.
Well, when I gave it some more thought, it seemed kind of silly to try and rush things. We may be senior bracers now, but that just means we have different work to focus on. We might have to really consider our future prospects.
Right. We get married, we'll have to think about raising children.
Oh my god, she's already thinking about marriage and kids.
I gotta stop getting so far ahead of myself.
Well, it's evening already, so why don't we eat our ice cream on the way back? Everyone's probably waiting for us.
Hey, Joshua?
What is it? Did you have something you wanted to discuss about the future? That's a loaded question.
No. What would give you that idea? Come on, let's go back to the castle.
Well, I guess no talk. Aw, no talk. Aww. Is this like a JRPG epilogue that takes 3 hours? Yes, favorite. That was off on another planet. Joshua had a good cry. He's good now. I still don't know if his memory got wiped or if he's pretending. He's very good at it if he is acting. What's wrong, Estelle? You've been completely on edge for a while now. Something on your mind?
Yeah. Hey, Shara? Did you think Joshua was acting weird at dinner?
If anyone was acting weird, I'd say it was you. He was as calm as he ever is.
Well, yeah, but...
Uh-huh. I see. I get it.
Get what?
You can't keep secrets from me. I had a feeling about it, but I was wondering if you'd ever admit it to yourself. You're kind of falling for Joshua, aren't you?
You can tell?
It's pretty obvious. Sorry, hun. But I'm guessing you haven't told them anything about this.
No. Josh was always picking on me, telling me what a dope I am. Not that I should be criticizing anyone, I guess.
You're so naive. To wonder how you've lasted this long. You need to learn to look a little deeper. Big sister's ready to begin your education in love, Estelle.
I'm never asking you for advice again.
I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. I don't mean to tease. But you guys set out just when puberty was about to hit. Only logical that you'd start picking up on feelings for each other.
Oh, you think so? Traveling together just seems like such a petty reason for that kind of thing. I guess I've gotten a little more self-aware since we started all this. Ugh, doesn't like me at all.
You're the proverbial flower that refuses to blossom. Every girl feels that way.
Chira,
I don't want to lecture you or talk about this with you if you're not ready. But if you are, then what say we have ourselves some girl talk, Would it help if I told you your fortune?
Yeah? Okay. I promise I'll listen to whatever you have to say.
Okay. All right. Time for your lesson, my protege. Oh, Estelle, big sister is moved to tears.
On second thoughts, never mind. But thank you. I do feel a little better. I'm gonna go see Joshua for a little bit.
Oh? You're going to tell him?
Not about that. There really does seem to be something weird going on with him. I want to see what that's about first.
Oh. Well, you do seem to know him better than anyone else. I'm sure that everything will turn out just fine between you two. Maybe you can even just have a nice, calm discussion with him and be open about what's on your mind.
I don't think I'm quite that ready yet. Okay, I'll see you later.
Young love. Ah, they'll probably be fine. There's no time for romance, yeah. I mean, this is the ending of the game, so if there's time, it's now, but not anymore because Alba ruined the moment.
Huh? They're not here. Oh yeah, that's still in some meeting, I think. But where's Joshua?
Oh, he's playing the harmonica.
Joshua? Ah, he's out playing somewhere, then.
Talk to us, man. Hey, Estelle. Nice night, isn't it?
Yeah. Here's that song again. The Whereabouts of Light.
I've lost a lot. But this song and this harmonica have always been with me. I've been thinking about what I play it. I've been thinking about why I play it. Maybe it's a habit I should quit. I think I want to tell you what I was doing before I met you.
Joshua. Okay.
This may take a while. You mind?
Not at all. I'll listen to whatever you have to say. Thank you.
I don't know. I don't know if he, I don't know. I don't know if he's faking it. I think he is. I don't think Alba messed with his memory again. Once upon a time, there lived a little boy, all by himself. Oh man, we're going deep. He was the timid sort, relying on the kindness of others without a single redeeming trait. But he had people he cared about with him, so he was happy. But one day, something happened that broke his heart. He forgot how to speak, to feel, even to eat. All he could do was play his harmonica. No matter how hard his caretaker tried, nothing helped his heart to mend, and he grew weaker by the day. One day, a wandering magician appeared before the boy. "I will heal the boy's heart for you," he said. "Provided, of course, I am compensated." And so the boy was given over to the magician's care. I'm guessing the magician is Alba. And that kind of had Lawrence's hair. As he attempted to piece the broken heart back together, the magician found that he could shape the boy's existence into anything he wished. Yeah, so this was Alba. And so the boy's new heart became that of a murderer. That's awful. That's awful. For 2 years, the boy killed every single day. Under cover of night, he murdered dozens of soldiers. He slit the throat of a national cabinet minister who was under heavily armed guard. Sometimes he used explosives, which maimed and killed innocent bystanders. At some point, he became regarded as something more than a mere killer. He was known as the Black Fang, and the name struck fear into the hearts of men. One day, the magician gave the boy an assassination order. His target was a hero, a man who had protected his queen and nation from the threat of an invading northern country. He was a bracer who held a special rank shared only by 3 others in the entire land. But the target was too strong. He defeated the boy with all the ease of a tiger swatting at a playful cub. At that moment, some of the magician's servants showed up. Since the boy's face had been seen, he was now a loose end to be tied up. But someone came to his aid and drove the attackers away. It was, of course, the man he had come to kill. And so, the boy. The boy was taken to the man's house where he met a young girl. He lived there for 5 years, always feeling like he was lost in some wonderful dream. In the real world, he would never be allowed to have such dreams. But all dreams must end at some point. The time was drawing near when reality could be avoided no longer. And that's the end of my story. Thank you for being patient with me and listening.
Was all that real?
Every syllable. My heart is broken. My hands will always be stained with blood. I failed in the assassination of your father. I've been betraying you for a long time. The boy can't be saved from his real purpose. His presence alone seems to bring disaster and misery. He's just tainted. But the boy set out on a journey in hopes that he might keep his misfortunes from the ones he holds dear. He will find and stop the foul magician who created the life he has led.
What?
That's the last remnant of my human heart. I won't be needing it anymore. But I want you to take it. It's hardly an adequate way to say thank you for the last 5 years. it. I can't think of anything better.
Stop it.
What?
I said stop it. Stop talking about it like it's a dream. Make it sound like nothing that happened was even real to you. What difference does the past make? Your heart is broken? What does that even mean?
Still.
Look at me. Look into my eyes. They've always seen that boy. In good times and bad. No matter how much the boy was hurting, I always saw how hard he'd keep holding on. Joshua, I love you. You can't just leave me on my own. My feelings won't just go away when you do. I won't let you.
Still.
Huh? Oh. Josh. What was that? It's so bitter.
It's just a fast-acting sedative. Don't worry. There are no side effects.
Oh. What? Why? Why did you?
My Estelle, you shine like the sun. My time with you was the happiest and the most painful I've ever known. Just as the brightest light casts the darkest shadow, you stayed with me, you'd find out just how disgusting my true nature is. Sometimes I think it would have been better if we'd never met.
No.
But this time is different. I'm grateful that you came to see me. I hate that I have to run from a girl who's so important to me. But it's all I can do. But I want you to know that I'll always be thinking of you. Gosh. Gosh. Thank you for everything. You had me from the first moment I met you. I've always loved you. Goodbye, Estelle. Oh. 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 Okay, Kingdom Hearts. Fucking make me cry and then have a fucking song to make me cry afterwards as well. Oh my god, is this the aftermath? This is awful. He left us, favorite. He left us. Joshua left us. Yeah, for real, HD. I didn't, Calandra. Okay. fucking Joshua pulled a Jerry Maguire on us. You had me, and hello, you had me since the beginning. Hello, Norlord, welcome. It is so brilliant. Oh, is it Shep? I love that. Oh, thank you, Ginger. Thank you for the hug. Oh, thank you, Norlord. I appreciate it. This isn't crying. I mean, this isn't acting crying. I legit started crying when Estelle started crying. Oh, God. Shush. Alarm. That's okay, Slayer. We're gonna get him back in the second game, I'm sure. Estelle's not gonna... She's not gonna allow it to end like that. She's gonna go after him. It's the confession we wanted, but not like that. I've always loved you. Okay. Thank you, Trophy, for making me cry one last time. Okay, Steve, fuck you. Yeah, fucking achievement, putting salt on the wound. That was amazing! This game is amazing. Oh my god, give me some kind of music game. Don't leave me like this. Save clear data, yes. Wait. Yes. Put me back to the main title. Or sure, we could watch this. Now I'm gonna see this with what I know. 1 second, then we'll talk about it. We've gone full circle from day one to now. Thank you, favorite. This song was a bop in the boss battles, man. Can we get a clap? Yes. Leaving his harmonica with Estelle, Joshua vanishes into the fading light. Whoa, this is new. Estelle sets out on the new journey to bring him home. That's fucking right, Estelle. That's right. We're gonna bring him home, but the faint tolling of a distant bell. Whoa, this is all new. Indicates the dawn of a new era. I think that's the... Oh. Those are probably all artifacts. A time of conspiracy and calamity. Oh yeah, there's a lot of that going on. More trials await the men and women of Liberal Kingdom. New journeys. Special characters. Peculiar artifacts. One epic adventure. Truly. A trailer for SC. Reaching, grasping for that familiar melody. Marching ever onward. We're going to the fucking skies, plotting out the trails of destiny once more.